So we had studied about the macerates of coal. Now we shall look about the microlithotypes of coal. It is seen that the macerates of coal they rarely occur by themselves. It means that you will rarely find a maceral of liptinite group or some macerates of vitrinite group occurring as individually liptinite or inertinite maceral. So the fundamentals of microlithotype lie in the fact that all the macerals of liptinite and some of the inertinite group they don't occur as discrete bands. They do not occur as independent bands, but they always occur in associations of either vitrinite or inertinite group macerals. Such an association at the microscopic level, it is called as microlithotypes. According to the International Commission of Coal and Organic Petrology, for a mineral association to be called as lithotype, this is type. For a mineral association to be called as lithotype, the band width has to be more than 50 microns and it should contain 5% accessory minerals. In some cases, where these accessories or the mineral matter it reaches 20% or more, the lithotype will be known as carbominerite. So, there are three types of microlithotypes where there is a single, uh, s- one maceral, it will be called as monomaceral, then bimaceral, and then trimaceral, as the name suggests. So the monomacerals, if it has more than 95% vitrinite, that microlithotype is called as vitrite. 95% liptinite, it is called as liptite, and 95% inertinite, it is called as inertite. The bimacerals, they have the association of two maceral groups, the clerite, which includes vitrinite and exenite, then diorite, it includes inertinite uh, and exenite. Then you have the intermediates in this, which is vitrinertite. So it is having uh, vitrinite and inertinite. Similarly, we have the trimaceral group. So this is the classification scheme of the microlithotypes. So here, if you see, this is 100% vitrinite. This is the 95 95% field. Okay. So here, if we have 95%, it is called as vitrite. Then similarly, 95% liptite and then 95% inertite. Now, about the uh, clerite macerals, then vitrinertite macerals, and the diorite macerals. These are the bimaceral types. And the trimaceral, the trimacerite, now it is vitrinertoliptite, clarodiorite, and duroclarite. We will have a look at them one by one. It will be better if you remember this diagram. It is quite easy. According to ICCP, the detailed classification of the massils is here. Here you can see that if the monomassal consists of more than 95% colinite, telinite, or vitrodendrinite, then the microlithotypes they will be colite, telite, and the group shall be vitrite. Then suberonite, cutinite, resinite, uh, alginite, or leptodendrinite, if they are more than 95%, then it is the leptite. Then semifusionite, fusionite, inertodendrinite, micrinite, all these, and sclerotinite, if all these are more than 95%, then it is called as the inertite microlithotype group. Further moving ahead, if we have the vitrinite plus sporinite more than 95%, or vitrinite plus cutinite more than 95%, or vitrinite plus resinite more than 95%, and vitrinite plus leptodendrinite, then it is called as sclerite. So here it is the vitrinite group of macerals plus leptinite group of macerals. While in vitrinertite, it is vitrinite plus micrinite, or vitrinite plus semifusinite, or vitrinite plus fusinite, vitrinite plus sclerotinite, and vitrinite plus leptodendrinite. Then this becomes uh, this will be inertodendrinite. Then this becomes vitrinertite group. So it is association of vitrinite plus inertinite. And then inertinite plus sporinite, inertinite plus cutinite, inertinite plus resinite, and inertinite plus leptodendrinite. So this LD is wrongly written in this table. It should be inertodendrinite, ID. I don't know if this is ID or LD because it is a table copied from some book. So this becomes inertinite group of macerals plus leptinite group of macerals. So this is the diorite. And the last one, that is trimaceral, or trimacerite. Here you have three kinds: durochlorite, vitrinertoleptite, and clerodiorite. So in the trimaceral, all the three maceral groups should be present in the concentration of at least more than 5%. At least more than 5%. So the monomaceral microlithotype vitrite comprises 95% of vitrinite macers, telinite, and colinite, and in the bands at least 50 microns thick. It occurs in coal seams as elongated lenses. This you should remember. These elongated lenses of vitrinite group of macers, they help in the identification of vitrite. They originated in anaerobic conditions due to high groundwater table levels in the peat mires. It is the only microlithotype whose properties change progressively with increasing rank because it is consists of 95% pure vitrinite. So, as the rank of the coal progresses, this monomaceral microlithotype, it shows varying properties, and uh, with the increase in the temperature and pressure and the duration of the temperature and pressure, this microlithotype shows various types of reflectance values and the changes in the color. The leptite microlithotype, it forms thin lenses or band which are quite a few millimeters thick. Consist They are constituted of 95% or more of leptinite group of macrels. And same thing with the inertite, comprises of more than 95% of the inertinite macrels, which includes inertodetrite, semifusite, and fusite. So these are the uh, microlithotypes of the inertite microlithotype group. In most of the coals, fusite comprises of no more than 5 to 10%, and these coals are thought to be the result of onset of aerobic conditions in the peat formation, commonly found in the Gondwana coals. The bimaceral microlithotypes, so it includes sclerite. So all the microlithotype in which vitrinite and exenite, they are associated and together account for more than 95%. Now here, at least, at least both of them have to be more than 5% each. So you may have an association where the vitrinite, if it is 10%, then exenite may be 80%. That is fine. But it should be the means here both of them should be more than 5% each. Vitrite and chloride, particularly common in Carboniferous coals and Paleogene Neogene hard coals. Vitrinertite consists of 95% of vitrinite and inertite, commonly occurring in Gondwana coals, and then colinite and macrinite or telinite and macrinite, they are the most commonly occurring vitrinertite microlithotypes. Diorite comprises of more than 95% of exenite and inertinite macerals, uh, may contain up to 5% vitrinite occurring as vitrodetrinite. Inertinite macerals commonly form the ground mass in which the exenite inclusions are embedded. This is important. And diorite layers occurs in coal seams thicker than the vitrite layer. So how do we identify diorite? So for example, if in this ground mass you are able to identify inertinite, so you may find inclusions of leptinite group of macerals or exenite group of macerals embedded in this ground mass. So this ground mass is of inertinite, while these inclusions these inclusions are of exenite group. And the last type of trimaceral microlithotype is trimacerite. It is the only trimaceral microlithotype, and it has all the three maceral groups present to the extent of more than 5%. It is divided into three microlithotypes: duroclarite. Here, vitrinite is more than leptinite. We don't worry about the inertinite group of maceral over here, but here vitrinite has to be more than leptinite, only then it is called as duroclarite. Clarodiorite, here the inertinite inertinite is more than vitrinite and leptinite together, while in vitrinertoleptite, leptinite is most abundant. So let us have a look at this figure again. So in this, you can see here that when we are talking about the duroclarite, vitrinite has to be more than leptinite. Let me just copy this and bring it here. All right. So we can see that in duroclarite, the vitrinite group of macerals has to be more than leptinite. So this field alone, it is of the vitrinite followed by the leptinite. Clarodiorite, it has inertinite more than vitrinite and leptinite together. So you can see this in this field, which is closer to the inertinite group of macerals. It has inertinite more than vitrinite and leptinite taken together, while vitrinertoleptite in this the same way, a leptinite group of macerals, this field, it is the most abundant. Okay, so this is all about the microlithotypes. This question has been asked previously in the GSI mains examination, and if you write this much and draw this diagram, I think it is good enough for you to fetch good marks. Next topic, we shall come up with the mineral contents of the coals. Okay, all right.